Instead of the Warner Brothers, they should probably rename themselves Warner Disappointing. Am I right? What's happening, Internet? Kwing here, one of your co-hosts for Kwingsletsplays, and today we're talking about how WB refused to give you the best skins possible in Multiverses. I'm going to talk about some of course, the fan favorites, as well as throwing some of my own into the mix to spice things up. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like and share the video. If this video does really well, like 5,000 views, I'll do another Multiverses topic video as I continue to poke the corpse of Multiverses until May. I'm a terrible person. Speaking of being terrible, let's talk about Warner Brothers some more. And just so you know, why I like poking fun at Warner Brothers, like literally, is the fact that they've been disappointing fans for about 11 years now. Ever since the end of Arkham Knight, they've continued to fumble, and, well, Multiverses is definitely fumbling right in the end zone. But let's get into this. Let's kick off with our boy Superman. Now, Superman actually had some pretty decent skins. Namely, the Trigon-possessed Superman was pretty dope. I gotta give him that. Also, his regular Superman skin basically was like, okay, you don't need to have the Timverse Superman because you've got classic Supes right there. The Clark Kent suit wasn't too bad as an elusive, which many people will never get ever again, even after their announcement. Blackest Night, or Black Lantern Superman, the zombie, was actually pretty cool, and they changed up his voice. And the Anti-Life Superman wasn't too bad, and they did give the fans a bone by giving us 90 Superman, aka the Regeneration suit, and well, that's where the buck stops here. Now, for the longest time, fans have been asking Warner Brothers for the 1940s Superman. What did they give us? DC Bombshell Superman, which is not what fans wanted. What do I mean by 1940s Superman? I'm, of course, talking about the 1940s serial cartoon Superman that has this design. Not only was this series very important for Superman, but also it paved the way for Batman the Animated Series in the 90s. And well, this suit has won tons of polls around the internet, and a lot of Superman fans really wanted to see this. Next up is Cyborg Superman, going back to the 1990s with the death of Superman, which wasn't Superman, but I'm not going to spoil that here. But the design was dope. Think like the Terminator meets Superman merged into one. What's not to love about that design? So that is another no-no that we got from Warner Brothers. So those would have been the best skins for Superman. Moving on, let's talk about everybody's favorite, Bugs Bunny. Now, Bugs Bunny actually has some pretty dope skins, I'm not going to lie. I like his default. They even have his Brunhilde bugs. They've got Hollywood bugs. They've got Maestro bugs. They have Superman bugs, which isn't too bad. The Unmentionable bugs. The Toon Squad bugs, 96. Boo! And also they had some like really interesting Easter bugs and things like that. And then they had all those weird, stupid variants that nobody cared about. But we got one cool Christmas skin, teasing Daffy Duck again because Warner Brothers is cruel and vindictive. But some of the other skins that we didn't get for Bugs Bunny are based on some of his favorite movies. And also, I would have loved to get leather jacket bugs from the Looney Tunes show where Bugs Bunny loses his gloves and instead gets the biker gloves. It's a nice throwback to that show. And also, you could give Lola her little dress to kind of like add as a little duo for the two characters. That would have been neat. I also would have loved to see Bugs in some other classic Bugs Bunny looks, as well as it would have been cool for, instead of like the weird Matrix thing that we got, if Bugs Bunny could actually cosplay as Neo. If we weren't going to get Matrix Neo, it would have been amazing to have Matrix Bugs, aka Neo Bugs Bunny. That would have been dope. Did it happen? No. Harley Quinn. What can we say about Miss Quinn? Well, her skins are actually pretty decent. I like her default. Her Dr. Quinzel one is pretty good. Her beach one is fun. This one, not so much. And of course, her OG Mad Love Harley Quinn is fantastic. Her Task Force X Harley Quinn isn't bad. And, of course, she had some other variants. Her Christmas one was kind of cute. Naughty List Harley. This one I couldn't stand. Earth Zero, I don't know what they were thinking with that, but here we are. So, what skins would I like to see for Harley Quinn? Well, that depends. If they could get it, the Arkham skins would be great, but I don't think WB ever would have done it. But Harley has had other variants over the years. We are getting DC Bombshells, so that's fantastic. But I think the Injustice skins would actually work really well. Never was going to happen, obviously, but Would have been nice to see some Injustice love. Now, Raven's had some decent skins, not gonna lie. I actually like playing as Raven, and Raven has had some pretty good looks. She has her default, which is basically like the 2003 Raven cartoon. Even her weird variant thing is not too bad, the Mythic Vista Raven. And they gave us the new 52 Raven, of course. But pretty much that's all the other Raven skins that we got. We didn't get the classic Raven. They changed the white Raven a little bit to give her, it looks like nylons or something because bare legs is a problem. So what I'd like to see, like the OG Raven skin, that would have been great from the classic New Teen Titans from the 1980s. Also, some of her more unique designs from the 90s would have been pretty dope. And, yeah, that's all I really have to say for Raven. Raven's had some strange looks over the years, like looking like an actual bird, like DC Rebirth. I don't know if that would go over well, but maybe it'd be kind of fun. Now, Samurai Jack has had some pretty awesome skins in Multiverses. They gave us Base Jack. They gave us Lost Jack. They gave us Righteous Warrior Samurai Jack. We have the upcoming Ultra Robot Killer Jack. This one, I don't know what they were thinking with this one. What I would like to see from Jack is, I think, his wedding variant from the end of Samurai Jack, where he marries his girl, would have been pretty dope. As well as, we don't really have Jack with the long hair, so it would have been cool to have, like, long hair Samurai Jack with the beard. And, you know, the classic look. That'd be kind of cool. As well as more of his, like, warrior-like appearances that we've seen in the show. I think I'd be good with that. And fans would probably really appreciate the whole Samurai Jack thing. As well as, I think, like, a suit and tie would be kind of funny. I'd be down with that. That's the type of stuff fans actually would have really liked. But did we get that? Nah. Now, Shaggy actually had some pretty impressive skins based on different versions of Shaggy. Including my favorite, Uncle Shagsworthy. Which, of course, is his uncle. And is a lot of fun. You had Kung Fu Shaggy, you had a Showdown Shaggy, and Chuck Norris Shaggy, just to name a few. Plus, you had some new additions that they were going to add. Fancy Shaggy. You have a Mystery Incorporated Shaggy. And you had a Steven Universe Shaggy, which I actually did like. And here's another version of Shaggy from the show, Winter Shaggy. So Shaggy is actually cosplayed in different DC Comics stuff. He appeared in the Batman Brave and the Bold movie playing Nightwing, so he would have looked really nice with a Nightwing skin, especially if we weren't going to get Nightwing. And he's also been dressed up as Blue Falcon. Blue Falcon is a Cartoon Network superhero, and I think that would be a nice little nod to the character, as well as, you know, another cool skin for Shaggy. And with Shaggy going all superpowered, I don't know, it would just look kind of dope. As well as I would have loved the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo Shaggy. We got close to it. But instead of a red shirt and red sneakers, we got a pink shirt and, of course, Steven Universe sneakers. But this was very close to the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and it would have been a nice throwback to the 80s kids. But nope, we didn't quite get it, but that would have been nice. Ladies and gentlemen, the clown prince of crime, the Joker. Now, Joker actually made out like a bandit in this game. He had a lot of really great comic-accurate looks and different variants of himself, including the Dark Prince Charming from DC Comics. You have classic Joker, which you could argue could be animated series or comic books or whatever. We got, of course, the Batman Who Laughs. We got the Justice League animated Joker. We got the Killing Joke Joker, which was a surprise. And my favorite, Christmas with the Joker from the Batman animated series. And I believe it even says animated. Yes, it does. So there you go. What we didn't get was a movie variant of the Joker. So I would have loved either the Heath Ledger Joker, the Jack Nicholson Joker, like skin, especially since we got Batman 89. But I was surprised that we never got a movie variant for Joker. And maybe the plan was eventually to do that. But for the most part, you know, they did pretty good. You couldn't do New 52 Joker because, well, his face was all cut off and he basically looked kind of freakish. So that wouldn't really work very well, especially if you're trying to keep that low rating. Another interesting version of the Joker could have been Batman Brave and the Bold, which I don't know how they would do that, but might be kind of fun. And maybe the classic Joker with the trench coat and the pointy hat that's all purple. and stuff like that, which was his 1970s variant. It's kind of like his Killing Joke Joker, but a little bit different. Instead of the tropical version, you have, of course, the long overcoat and stuff like that. So that would have been nice. And maybe homage to the Dark Knight Returns Joker in all white would have been pretty interesting. But, of course, it's never going to happen, but I think that's something fans would have really liked. Moving on. Don't really have a lot of complaints for Velma. I think Velma had a lot of great skins, and I think it covered all her bases pretty much. We never got Evening Gown Velma, which would have been kind of nice. We did get regular Velma. We got Sailor Moon Velma. Witch Velma was kind of cute. We needed more of this. Like, characters dressing up as Halloween characters would have been pretty dope. We got Luau, little Velma action there. We got Astronaut Velma from a Scooby-Doo movie. We got Beach Volleyball or Bathing Suit Velma from a Scooby-Doo movie. We got Intrepid Velma from a Scooby-Doo movie, which was good. School, like Velma, was okay. Mystery Incorporated Velma was from a movie and show. Her Christmas sweater one was adorable. And I never got her winter look. This is, of course, going back to the 1960s Scooby-Doo, as well as some of the 90s movies where she wears this look. But other than that, I can't really think of the type of skin I would want for Velma, other than her dressing up as Robin, I believe, from the Batman Brave and the Bold. And maybe Evening Gown Velma would have been kind of sweet, because she did go undercover, like wearing an evening gown in some of the older Scooby-Doo stuff, so. No complaints with Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, they really stepped it up. They had lots of good ones for Tom and Jerry. Too many to go over, so Tom and Jerry are good. Powerpuff Girls was pretty good. Taz? Yeah, Taz had some pretty good looks, but I don't really want to get into Taz. Next up, Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman had some decent stuff. Essentially, her base look is supposed to be Gal Gadot, more or less. You know, she has the Amazonian armor and stuff like that. They made it a little bit lighter, but that's basically Gal Gadot stuff. I would have loved to see classic Wonder Woman skin. All they gave us was the Bloodlines Wonder Woman, which is kind of her animated, but not. It's a little bit different. They gave us the Bloodline Wonder Woman, but I still prefer the classic Wonder Woman I grew up with in the 80s and 90s. So it would have been cool to see that, but there's probably no way WB would approve that. Batman Wonder Woman was kind of adorable. I liked her, like, Sailor Moon thing. I thought that was kind of cool. It was very creative. Blackest Night Wonder Woman was dope. Beach Wonder Woman was funny. Coach Diana was interesting. That Diana was cool. I never used her, though. Didn't even know where the chainsaw came from. Wonder Woman 84, we all know why that was in there, but why? And that's pretty much it for the Wonder Woman. So yeah, I would have loved to see 90s Wonder Woman. I would have liked different variants, like her classic costume as well as her like biker look was really neat. A nice homage to the Justice League Wonder Woman from the animated series would have been great, considering that was a very popular version of Diana. And everybody else got animated variants, so it would have been nice to see Wonder Woman get some JLU love. I also like the idea of Wonder Woman wearing like an evening gown, kind of like Velma. There was an episode of the Justice League animated series where she was in some foreign country as a dignitary type person. So she was there and she was hanging out, so that would have been kind of cool. And I think maybe just like laid back Wonder Woman, like skirt and, you know, maybe a Batman t-shirt, something like that. I'm always a big Wonder Bat person, so. And now the one that everyone's been waiting for, Batman. Batman had some skins that WB just did not give us. They did pretty well. Not gonna lie, they did okay. So his base look is great. Love that. The Bruce Wayne one, my wife really liked the Bruce Wayne one. He looked very clean and he was fun. The weird one is kind of like Thrill Killer, I guess. The 89 one is the best. No argument. This is weird. Samurai Batman was cool to see. It's kind of like Elseworlds Batman. And Batman the Animated Series is peak. Fantastic skin. Really good. And the Dark Knights of Metal Batman is not bad. Some Batman skins that a lot of fans wanted to see, though, would have been Batman Beyond. More importantly, Batman Beyond was a skin that fans have asked for years. for Batman. Gotham by Gaslight Batman, people wanted to have in the game. Injustice Batman, any. People pestered WB and asked them for it, and they said nope. So that would have been something that they could have done. As well as, I would have really liked to see the Chris Nolan Batman, or even the Ben Affleck Batman would be great. We didn't really get enough movie stuff. They gave us one movie skin, which, right here, the movie Batman. Although it doesn't say movie anymore. It just says medium, and it should say movie Batman. But so they gave us 89 Batman, and the only reason they did is because he appeared in The Flash. So if you think, oh, they just gave it because of fan demand. No, he appeared in The Flash. That's why we got that skin. But different movie Batman skins would have been pretty fun. Brave and the Bold Batman would have been great, as well as he could have been voiced by Diedrich Bader. That would have been sick. And I think that the Batman Beyond one is especially the one that fans really, really wanted the most, and me too. If I missed anything for Batman, please, by all means, tell me in the comment section below. And there you have it, people. Those are my picks for what I think WB should have given us for Multiverses. For the most part, they did pretty good. I'd say I'd give them a B+, maybe. B-. Some of the skin choices were not very good, like Icicle and some of the other, you know, choices they made. But for the most part, they did pretty good. If they ever do a Multiversus 2, hopefully they'll listen to some fan input and, you know, actually give us some cool skins that fans really, really want. Yeah, in the comment section below, tell me what skins you really wanted to see for the Multiversus cast. And if your skin did make it in, let me know too. If this video gets like 5,000 views, we'll do another Multiversus thing as we continue to poke the corpse of Multiversus, because it's just kind of the guy I am, I guess. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned later today for an awesome new LP on a brand new game that came out under the radar and we didn't even know about. It's a 2-player game. Looking forward to it. It's about knights and stuff, so I think that's dope. And of course, we have the demo for Yakuza later tonight, so you don't want to miss that. All right, people. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to turn on those notifications, all notifications if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys around. God bless. Happy gaming. Peace.